Hi, it's Joel Katai from Vancouver again, and as I promised, here's the 2-inch downpipe. So it's always a round one, and using my maybe not famous display item, so we'll go over that. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but that's what this is for. And if you have anything, this is kind of an old style, I guess, but people still like. You can still see it around in Greater Vancouver, Lower Mainland, British Columbia. But if you got the more usual nowadays, this can handle all the other ones, and this as well. So that's that. Now I kept my promise. And another thing, another part is the strap, which I mentioned before, but I haven't shown you. I'm sure you've seen it though. This goes nicely perforated here. Just goes around, and here's the wall or stucco. We'll just fasten it there. That's the strap to keep the downpipe fastened to the wall. And the thing I wanted to refocus or bring up this time is the gutter guards. Everybody's favorite, right? So there are different type of gutter guards, and there could be different reasons for it. Basically, here you have a gutter channel. You have the stuff coming in, goes down. You filter out the big stuff, which gets cleaned out, and that's that. So why we need a cover? Basically, that's what it is. A gutter guard is a cover. Well, people thought to them, I guess, many things, but basically one kind of a misconception is, I don't want to clean gutters, I don't want to maintain them, you know, having to pay someone, having to go up all the time, and you know, twice a year or whatever, or even once a year is too much for me, so I'll just cover it up and forget about it, right? So perfect. You got a gutter guard, or you got the mesh, little plastic thing that you can kind of see it bulges out usually, so you can see it from the ground. And people do forget about the gutters sometimes. They do forget to actually look at the gutters, or that they have something, until it's a little too late and you have an overflow or some problem. Now, the gutter guards do have their place and have their use, but to be honest, quite unnecessary for everywhere. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail. I had my experience with them, cleaning underneath and cleaning the top of them, and installing and removing and so on. I'm not going to say they are bad. I'm not going to say they are the shit, you know, the thing to put everywhere. If it was, I would be doing it. But they do have their place and their use. It's the key thing is finding out whether it is the right thing for you or not. Very obvious reason to put this up, put a gutter guard up, and let me show you one. Here's one gutter guard, one type. So let me just see how it would go. Yes, it will go like this. Beautiful. This is actually probably a 4-inch gutter guard, and this is a 5-inch gutter, so it's not actually a perfect fit, but you get the idea, right? So it covers up. You may not even see it from the ground. So that's one, and I'm going to show another one. This is actually what I use if I use one. It's like this. Again, it's a pop on thing. You have to have the right roof, so to speak. It doesn't fit on every gutter, unfortunately, depending on the roof, but that's the best that I have come across, actually. The only one I would recommend using if you have to use. So I have this big building. They have a driveway one side and just high, like 4-story high, and you cannot set a ladder there. It's impossible. So we use aerial lift, boom, and all that, you know, harness, and just a gong show, right? So what the manager came up with is, let's just cover it up, right? And I was like, yeah, great idea. Makes our life so much easier. So we put it up, this type of Snap-on Gutter Guard Pro, I believe it's called. So I'm not a retailer for it, or, you know, I don't get a commission by advertising it. So we use this. It just kind of clicks in, and even cleaning is easier because you just pop it out, you know, a section, and you can clean, pop it back in, and there you go. So that was great. If you have a house, you know, one side is over the cliff, yeah, have a gutter guard. Ideally, the gutter installer will put one up, like put the gutter up with that, with the gutter guard, and then you can kind of forget about it. Now, the downside of that, of course, is, or maybe not, of course, but it is that your gutter will wear out faster. You will have to get new gutters sooner. But in such a case, you know, over the cliff, that's fine. Maybe you will have 5-10 years less out of your gutters, but at least nobody has to go up and do some crazy stuff to try to clean it. So that's when it's very handy. Or if you have really big leaves, like huge leaves, you know, big maple leaves or whatnot, that is just really giving you lots of trouble, clogs up your your outlets in no time when fall is here, right? And the leaves are falling down, then it can be a good idea. Or, you know, you don't necessarily have to do on the all around the whole house. Maybe just do an area, a section, a side, and there you go. So that's very good use for gutter guards. But if you're just lazy, or you want to forget about maintaining your gutter, I wouldn't recommend it. I have had to remove gutter guards, you know, had a leak, overflow, and or clean underneath, and the customer just said, you know what, just remove it permanently. I don't want that anymore. Because the myth is that now it's gonna keep everything out. Now, if you look at it, you can still see my face, right? I can see my screen. So no, it doesn't. It will keep the big leaves or leaves and branches and whatnot out nicely. But even if you have evergreens, pine tree, needles, they're gonna stick right in there and cover it. Recently, last winter, we had to do a house. It was being sold, but it was just so bad. They thought there was some repair that needed done, but it wasn't. It was just the gutter guard was covered with the needles and whatnot, and the debris. So it was just coming over like continuation of the roof, and there's no gutter, like, you know, just came down and right on the pathway. It was just nasty. So we cleaned it off, so the water could actually go through here, etc., etc. So you have to think with that. Now the other thing is to consider